All right, boys. It's Father's Day weekend, and I got the Father's Day 5.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. So I want to hit you guys with the Father's Day 5.
Love it.
In this clubhouse. And by the way, I do want you guys to think about ways we can cleanse the Wells Fargo Center.
Well,
I mean, religious, like you. I mean, come on, Columbia. They gotta have some rituals.
I mean, not where I'm from, but definitely like the indigenous people up in North definitely have some rituals. But I know I thought about. I don't know if you guys remember 1999, the wild card round between the Saints and the Rams. I remember watching on NFL Films. They did like the little voodoo because they thought the Superdome
for voodoo.
They thought the Superdome was cursed for the longest time, and then they beat the Rams. I think that was their first playoff win like over 30 years.
Listen, you want to do voodoo? You want to do Santeria? I mean,
dude,
I'm down.
you had a witch doctor at the last one.
That's right, a witch doctor. I had a witch doctor.
Let's get all the cursed players, coaches, everybody,
and
have them all do ayahuasca inside the Wells Fargo Center. One night, ayahuasca, they all just like trip balls and then just cleanse it gone.
That'd be awesome. You have like drums in the background.
Yeah, you get MB, you get Lindros, you get them all.
Drumming.
Yeah, and you just ayahuasca the crap out of that.
I would like to take a collection of people down there, though. Really, like we could get.
You need high level. You need popes. You need cardinals or something. I don't know. I think we're beyond priest level.
We're bad.
This is like
because you know what it is.
Big possession. We need an exorcist. A
I
priest
agree.
that specializes in exorcisms.
You know what it is, cuz.
There's like a priest I read about in Philadelphia, in our area,
That does it?
that goes to Rome for these, exorcisms.
Well,
Oh, we need their number.
yeah, we sure do.
You know what it is, cuz?
What's that?
It's the name. Because on July 27th, 2010, the PHLY Flyers did this show. July 27th, 2010, that's when we changed from the Wachovia Center to the Wells Fargo Center. And because ever since the Wells Fargo Center has been the name, nothing good has happened in that arena. Well, at least with the Wachovia Center,
but it was
we
bad
had
with the Wachovia.
Nothing's happened.
Well, we had the
Ever.
2010 run at least.
Yeah, but
that was fun.
And how did it end?
I know,
It
but
ended-
With a beach
they
ball
were
in the
at
net.
home. And we also a dynasty in the making.
It's always been, the building's always been cursed. Core States. The thing used to be the
that was
Core
a terrible
States.
name.
It's the name of a bank. And you have the bank, and banks change. They get bought out. The whole place has been bad. It's been bad from the beginning.
That's the Michael Layton
JP,
run, right?
Stop looking at things through Nicola Roach. Oh, it wasn't that bad. Yes, it is. It sucked.
It's such a.
At least your grandmother. Your grandmother's got to have some sort of.
Yeah.
You
want to bring Fabiola? You want to bring Fabiola from Canada?
Yeah, she's got to have some reach.
Dude, we got some Spectrum memories. You got nothing in that building. Nothing.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. You don't know the Spectrum.
I
There's
know
nothing
Phantoms
in this
games at the
building.
Spectrum.
What's that?
I used to go to Phantoms games at the Spectrum.
Yeah,
That's
I've
the only
been
thing I
there.
know about the
Well,
Spectrum.
that's it. But it had real moments.
It did.
It did.
Gravitas. It was fun. The Spectrum, yeah. It felt like winners.
All right, so
look at the data of those banners that hang
Am I
up.
right? Am I right here? We have never seen an NBA or NHL finals like victory. Like when the Flyers won in 74-75, they won in Boston and they won in Buffalo.
Oh, wow.
And the Sixers, when they won in 83, won in LA.
Oh, wow.
These two teams stink. I don't know. It's beyond the building.
So we've never seen a championship like at home. Wow.
Yeah, that
Brutal.
stinks.
Yeah.
That stinks, man.
We've never seen
That's
a
tough.
championship. Like there's never been like a celebration that we saw at the Vet in 80 and at Citizens Bank Park in 08. I mean, we saw two NFC championship games at the Link.
What was the first bank name? Was it Core States?
I think
the
it was
first
Core
time,
States.
or was it FU?
So at the Paco, one of the Paco
First
stations.
Union.
FU is the appropriate one. It's the FU center to all of us.
That was awesome. Yeah, the like 13th in Walnut at the Paco station has a picture of that. The Core States. Yeah, the original one. Because
It was then it became FU.
Yeah.
so
Then it became Wachovia.
Yeah. Just a string of.
Yeah.
back in the 60s, we had above Spectrum, we had JFK Stadium. Any bad juju, because that's where the Wells Fargo Center is now. Any bad juju happened there?
At JFK?
I wonder if that has any connection to
JFK, you got Live Aid was there. Monsters of Rock was there.
Monsters of Rock.
I used to love
Monsters
JFK.
of Rock.
It's just a big out. There's no shade. You're just out there in the summer getting sunburned everywhere.
It was worse than the vet, and it was just concrete everywhere.
What do we use that for?
It was concerts.
It's just concert venues?
Yeah.
It makes sense because the side closest to the city skyline was just open.
Yeah, it was like
So that makes
it was
sense.
like that place was.
It was like I feel like they had troughs. You go to the
with the
bathroom.
dungeon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was medieval.
Was it like
Man.
municipal stadium, and then they named it JFK.
Yeah, it
Stadium?
was medieval, dude. They were doing torture like in the basement.
That's what
Like,
it is, cuz. That's
yeah.
what it is right there.
Yeah, is it
It's
built
cursed there.
on like a burial ground or something? Is there something that's
They
there
need-
that could be?
It's the
They
curse
need
of
to do a dig
JFK.
They need to do a dig.
I don't know, dude. I gotta look into it. I don't know. Maybe we'll go
You just
back.
said there was torches going on. It makes
I'm
sense
just
there.
joking around, but you know,
You know what's a stomach
I don't
flipper?
know. What's that?
Jaden Springer is going to win a
Oh
championship.
yeah. I mean,
Jaden Springer. My God, that's unbelievable.
we just traded him for assets, right? That's for a pick.
Oh,
Jason Reeves in the chat
Isn't
says he
that
saw a boxing match at JFK.
wow, are you serious?
That's got to be cool.
Those guys had to look so tiny.
There was a fight at JFK.
I mean, I think that's what he. Oh, unless there maybe the Civic Center. You'll have to clarify.
Oh, that had to be
probably.
Civic Center. There's probably wrestling at JFK.
Jason also says lots of memories at Wells Fargo. Patrick Kane goal, Patrick Elias goal, Lindros hit by Stevens.
Patrick Elias.
Tampa lost in 04, Robert Horry in 01, Game 3 loss, and Detroit lost in 97.
Oh man.
Oh my God!
Going, dude.
Oh my God! Think about all the losses that have happened at the Wells Fargo Center.
Nothing.
Think about it. It's been horrible.
Yeah, but the worst is Game 7 against Atlanta in 21. That I talked about that with
Dude,
Andrew before.
I mean, like,
Oh man, yeah.
I don't know. There's been so many bad things. You're right. It was horrible. How about Simmons just
Dude, if he
passing
just
up the dunk?
dunks the ball.
Like, what was scaring you? Trey Young's bad hair? Like, come on, dude. He's an ant compared to
Dude,
you.
you know what was terrible? Is I had a book deal that I thought that was the year. Like I was chronicling the process. And and I was on the road with them. I went on the road. I was doing this whole big book, but they wanted to release it once you get to the finals, right? And Father's Day, like that was the year.
Yeah, Father's Day.
And I'll never forget watching Father's Day, me and the kids, Tam, and I was stunned they lost that game.
I wasn't right. I had to take a walk.
I was
after.
stunned they lost. How could you lose that freaking game? And it's Simmons passing off the dunk. And then he's got the balls. Think about the stones on that guy.
I know where you're going.
Right now, the next they wanted to be traded. Are you nuts?
Use the mental health card.
What
That's a JO move. Big JO move.
You got to put it in perspective. He's 6'11".
You saw Trey Young.
6'11".
Yeah, Trey
and
Young.
he
Trey Young.
did not dunk from a foot and a
Trey
half.
Young.
He's a crumb
dunked the ball
team.
Trey Young
1,000 times
sitting
in
in
this
front of
league.
him. He's got a foot on Trey Young. And he wouldn't go and just dunk it.
Trey Young, who couldn't grab his elbows. That's how tall Ben Simmons is.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the
Two
center's
franchises
fair,
are
guys. It's
miserable.
Is Uncle Frank right? Uncle Frank says it was built on top of a Sioux tribal burial ground.
Well, that would
See,
explain
that's
a
it.
lot.
If Uncle
Is
Frank
that
is right on
true?
that.
Something,
Yeah,
Uncle Frank, is that real?
something
Tell
with
him
that
to
land
call
is
in.
not right. Something with that. I'm telling you, it's that land that we built it on is not right.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
if it's
know
a
what it is.
burial
Are the
ground,
Sioux
man.
around here?
I don't know.
Pennsylvania?
He might be making that up. Uncle Frank
Lenape. I know the
might be-
Lenape
An
were.
attempted humor?
Maybe. Uncle Frank likes to spin some yarn. All right, here you go. We got the Father's Day 5.
Okay.
You guys ready?
I think so.
All right,
Let's
here
do
we
it.
go. Give me your best father-son sports moment. I always tell you mine. With my father, we were at the championship game. I was a little boy. Eagles, Cowboys, and it was 1980 at the Vet, and he had the big green army blanket. It was freezing cold, and I'll never forget. It was that was an indoctrination into what we saw about what it was like to be an Eagles fan. guys. And I remember how freezing guys with no shirts. And when you're like 10 years old, you're looking up and going, "Oh my god!" It was awesome.
I remember that day well. I was outside because Papa was always hustling. We were selling. I was on the corner with him selling like Eagles pennants and gear.
It was
so cold.
It was freezing.
Yeah.
Those are great memories, though.
Everyone's just screaming like "Bleep Dallas!"
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh, I was like 8 years old." It's like, "Oh, this is amazing."
hated Dallas.
That is awesome. Great story, man.
What's your best father-son sports moment?
All right. My final year at Pop Warner, Cherry Hill M-Word League here. So my last game in this league, playoff game, we're playing. So we were the Rams. We're playing the Lions. The Lions we always struggled against. So the playoff game, my dad, it's a rainy, cold day. It's late fall. And my dad's out there, he could have been working in Philly or whatnot. He was out there in that cold, videotaping the game, even though we got killed. But he was just, wanted to be in the moment with me. And that's a moment that I'll never forget. Because, we talked about it before. My dad's not a sports guy.
Right.
He's a Colombian, straight from Colombia. He doesn't really even like soccer, which is crazy. I'm the soccer fan in the family. So for him to be there, showing some support, showing some love, videotaping as we're getting killed by the Lions, that's one of the moments that always sticks in my mind.
That's awesome. That's good stuff.
Great story.
That's good stuff. What do you got there, man, in the box? You and your dad.
Man, it had to be 2007, 2008, right around the time we won the World Series. My dad takes me to the Phillies game. It's me, my mom, and my dad, and we're sitting third baseline, so I would say like 135-ish. Howard hits a foul ball. My dad bare hand catches it. And gives me the ball, and I still have the ball.
Nice
Dude,
bare
that's
hand
all.
catch.
Yeah, he stood up, all the people around him, and he grabs it, and I still have the ball today.
Because you got to meet Mr.
Dude.
Frazier. He's a baseball guy. Big baseball.
That's fantastic.
Bare
Love
hand.
bunting, too, and he wishes they would bunt more.
He kept bringing that up on Sunday.
I love the bunting.
They don't know how to bunt anymore.
Yeah, he's
He
an
was
old school
awesome.
baseball guy.
Yeah, bunting.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
loves the bunting.
Oh, God bless him. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's
I
a
love
good
that.
one.
BG, best father-son.
I mean,
With the
I
fireman?
used to love just having a catch, but golf, we lived near Juniata Golf Course. Golf's a little pricey, but there was a gap in the fence on Wyoming Avenue. And right about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, my dad, we'd grab our bags and sneak through the little gap on the fence. And he'd be like, if anyone asks, just act like we've been here all day. And we'd do 9 holes, 4 holes in the back. We'd
That's
sneak
sick,
on.
VJ.
That's awesome.
It was good.
That's cool. That's very cool. I love that.
That's a good story, your dad, VJ.
That's great. All right, give me this. Give me, because Father's Day is a celebration of manhood, right? It's guys. Give me your ultimate man day. You could do whatever you want.
With my dad or just in general?
Whatever you want. You, your dad, or just you.
Well, if it's just me and my dad's very simple. He just needs a couch, a TV, some movies, and a bunch of Colombian food. That's the best day with my dad. But for me personally, best man's day, give me some beer, give me some sports, give me some body of water, ocean, pool, whatever it may be. I'm simple with that. That's my ultimate.
All right, so you're at a bar, pool bar, watching the game.
Something like that. Yeah, you can be at home. I love those three. That three combination.
All right,
Those
there you
big
go.
three.
Frazier.
Man day, I'm going to go with my dad. Playing some golf would be the start.
That's right, you're a golfer.
Go out and play golf with dad, play 18, come home and make some microwave nachos, they just throw the Tostitos in there with the cheese, melt them, and then probably watch some crappy movie like a Marvel movie or Lord of the Rings or something like that at the end of the day.
Very cool. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. VG?
I'll start off with some golf too. Maybe I see Frazier out there. Some golf. Probably hit the casino for lunch. Play a little table games. Hit a baseball game, I think. Go see the ladies afterwards. And support the arts and some dancers. And, finish off with pen and pencil. It's a great day. Full day.
Go see the ladies.
What ladies are you seeing?
Oh, my God. That is the greatest. Awesome. All right. Give me this. Give me your favorite father-son sports duos in sports. I'll start with you, JP. I'll give you mine first. I love the Mannings at Peyton and Archie.
That's a good one.
I wrote a story for Esquire magazine about Archie Manning's advice to a new dad. Anthony was just born, and I pitched the story that I want advice for a young football player. He's a baby, right? What's the best advice? So I went to Archie Manning. and I wrote the story about Archie Manning giving me advice about my son. And Archie talked about the number 8. And the number 8 was his belt. And he had this belt. And it was like a big buckle with the 8, right? And it was to hang in his room. And every time Peyton and Eli got into trouble, he would bring out the belt. And they were afraid of the number 8. And they called it the number 8.
What the hell?
This is crazy.
And I remember talking to Peyton, right, about this. And Peyton said, yeah, dude, he goes, one time the Little League concession stand was open. And me, Eli, and a couple of our friends raided the concession stand. We're eating hot dog, for nothing, right, whatever. Word gets into it to back to Archie that they, robbed the concession stand, all the food, and the number 8 came out.
Oh, man.
And he goes, listen, 99 out of 100 times, he never used the number 8, but that one he did. The
This
number
is your
8.
best duo father son.
Tell me that's not a great story.
Beating him with a belt. This is your favorite duo.
That's your selling point right there is the belt.
The number 8.
I was like ready.
That's not a great story.
Oh, my God.
I was ready for some great words of
Like he
advice.
beat him, but it was more like a thing. Archie was a great dad. Like, it was more for show than anything else. He wasn't an abuser.
It wasn't Michael Jackson.
They were joking
fear
around.
of
Like Peyton was like, dude, like that number 8 would stare at me.
BG's thinking like Adrian Peterson over here.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
No mental trauma there. The belt hanging in the room.
Yeah. Just flash the belt.
You better complete this pass.
Oh, man.
So what do you got, JP?
Best father son duo. Philly sports. Let's go Howie Long and Chris Long.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Very good. I like it. What do you got, Frazier?
The Griffies. I love Ken Griffey Jr. was my favorite player growing up in baseball. So I just love the fact that they played together and all that stuff.
That's pretty cool.
I love Griffey too.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest dudes ever. He loved John Marzano. Loved Johnny Mars. And I got to be close with Junior through Johnny Mars.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he was a great dude. One of the greatest guys. He was legit. What do you got, VG?
I'm just in the moment. I'm a big fan of the Trots right now. When they were on the show, they're just happy. They make me feel
That's
good.
good,
I really
VJ.
hope it works out for young Trotter.
Me too.
They're solid.
Root for him.
Yeah.
The Axe guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Trot makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Never rooted harder for a 5th rounder in my life.
Ammo 23 in the chat room. Gordy and Mark Howell. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Great one.
Flyer. Mark Howell's a great defenseman. Number 2. He was a great defenseman.
Best Flyers defenseman ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. He was amazing. All right. Question number 4. You get to pick your own TV dad and your own movie dad.
Oh, both?
All right. So you get a TV dad and a movie dad that you get to pick to be your father. All right. So, Frazier, I'll start with you, Andrew.
TV dad, I know, right, easily. It would be Bryan Cranston from Malcolm in the Middle. I just think that would be so funny. I just always thought he was a funny character. Movie dad, man.
You can pick anyone you want.
Who would I pick? Who would
You
I
can
pick?
Don Corleone if you want. He'd be a good father. Don Corleone.
Sure.
Right?
He was a good movie
man.
dad.
He was a
Good perks.
By the way, he was a good dad.
Yeah.
He knew Fredo was weak.
Yes, he did
Right?
know Fredo.
But he also coddled him, right? Like he knew he knew Sonny was a hothead.
Yes,
Like,
he did.
Right? Like, and he understood it. And he loved Michael. He didn't want Michael to be a part of it. You know?
Yeah. Loving guy, a loving dad.
Yeah.
With a hell of a good perks.
Yeah.
No one's messing with you.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to go to a ball game, you sit wherever you want.
You're the Don's kid. Forget
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got there, my man JP?
All right, so for TV, this one's tough, but I went with Uncle Phil. Obviously wasn't the father of Will.
It's a father figure, though.
But he was a father figure.
That
He
counts.
stepped up in a big way for Will. And then for movie, I'm going Chris Gardner. He's from The Pursuit of Happiness. Will Smith again. Will Smith character there. Just that whole story. Like, did you watch Pursuit of Happiness?
No.
So in the story,
I'm not the biggest Will Smith fan.
Yeah,
Okay.
me neither.
So he was homeless throughout the entire movie, and then he wanted to get into finance. That was his dream, getting into finance. So you see him going from a homeless man selling like these dental like machines that he was terrible at selling, but he had that passion. So you see him going from homeless. Like there's a crazy scene where, you know, he doesn't have a place to stay for the night. So him and his son locked themselves into like the train station janitor's room. So seeing him go from that struggle to reaching his dreams, that's the Pursuit of Happiness title.
Okay.
I thought that's my TV. That's my movie dad.
All right.
Chris Gardner.
That's a bust out one. You ever read The Road, Cormac McCarthy?
No, I have not.
Oh yeah, that's a
read
great.
it?
Yeah, I read it and watched the movie.
It's a great book, it's about this father and son. So it's post-apocalyptic, right? And there was a nuclear war, and they're trying to get through. You know, now it's like the rest of humanity that survives, and you know the oceans are poison and everything. So they're stumbling, and they stumble into a house, and it's a great scene, right? Like it's all about keeping his son alive, right? And it's a great book, but there's a scene where they stumble into a house that's been abandoned, and they open the refrigerator. The fridge still works, right? And there's a cold Coke, and nobody had ever, like the son never knew about a Coke, and he gave the son the Coke, and the son like went nuts. Like it was a great scene in the book. It was really.
You ever see the movie? Viggo Mortensen plays the father.
You know what? I love the book so much that I didn't want to see the movie.
It's good.
Because
It's
you
good.
ruined it
It's a
for
really
me.
good movie. Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Who we got?
TV. I really like Modern Families. Phil Dunphy. He's like a real estate agent guy. He always tries hard to make the family together. He usually fails, but he means well. He's supportive. I don't think I'd have many issues, with him as a father. And you got to go Clark Griswold. I mean, is there any? That's a good one.
That is a
He's
good
always
one.
trying to
That
make
is a
it
good
fun.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Christmas Vacation, my favorite Christmas
That's a
movie.
great one. All right, finally, the 3 best father figures in Philadelphia sports history.
Okay.
Ooh, history.
Yeah.
All right.
So who are your 3? Like number 1 to me, I'll just give you my number 1 would be Charlie Manuel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he's on my
I
list.
think the Skip
Yeah.
is number 1 as a father figure.
Yes.
Uncle Charlie, the father figure, he's got that right there back with you, son.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got that way about him. All right, what do you got?
All right. So 1, I'm going Jim Curtin.
You
Love the Jimmy.
You
boy.
love Jim Curtin.
Love you, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Number 2, going Doug Peterson. And then number 3, I'm going with Anthony L. Gargano because I love hearing your stories. You're a big part of Philadelphia sports history. And God bless, hopefully one day I do get to that point. I love hearing your stories with Anthony Moss. And it definitely does
thank you,
inspire
buddy.
me
That's
when
beautiful.
I become a dad,
Thanks, bro.
being a crazy sports dad.
Yeah. It's the best. It really
Those are my
is.
3.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
What do you got there, Andrew?
I'm gonna go Doug Peterson. I think was great. Super Bowl winner.
Doug, hey.
Really?
Yeah.
Doggy.
Charlie's a father figure, huh? Interesting.
I can see that.
Charlie is definitely on my list, and then a player, Brian Dawkins.
B-Dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Imagine B-Dog as your dad and you waking up.
It's
He's just the Wolverine.
Dude, such an inspirational guy. I feel like would just motivate you every single day, would make you a better man, better person overall. And that's why I would see him as a father figure.
All right. I like that. No torts.
Nah, who the hell wants to grow up in that house? Oh my God! If there's an 8 belt, there's a 12
Set you
belt.
up.
Best dog dad.
Yeah, great with the dogs, but the
I was
kids.
setting you up.
Yeah, it's a wall of belts.
Get your head out of the rack. You got a 94. Why did you get 100?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's great.
This is social studies. Come on, anyone can get it. All you got to do is read.
Who's your best?
I mean, Charlie's on the list. Buddy, come on, man. You gotta go, Buddy Ryan. Anyone's
Buddy-
gonna have your back. His
Buddy
buddy.
was the best.
Similar. I do like Topper. I like Topper's vibe and demeanor.
I was thinking
think
Topper.
I was
Topper
thinking
good.
him.
Topper does have a great father figure
I think he
kind of
leads
way.
you in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I think Jeff Stoutland.
Oh,
good for him,
Stanley
man.
University.
Yeah, what he
Dude,
does with
that's
these
a-
offensive
That's a
linemen.
good one, VJ.
Yeah.
he's
That's a
just-
good pick.
Yeah,
That's
he
a good
seems
one.
like the dad of our O-line, and our O-line's always, even when the team's in disarray, the O-line is together.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
I would also throw in Jim Johnson.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. Totally.
You totally get that. All right. JP, why don't you hit us with some stuff we got to say?
Yeah.
And we'll come back with VG's Nugs.
Absolutely. Sounds good. All right, guys, let's talk real quick about Rite Aid, because obviously, listen, it's allergy season. We're hearing Cuz here. We're feeling for him. So we want to make sure we have Rite Aid in the back of our mind, because it's going to be our pharmacy place. Our pharmacy, they're going to provide our pharmacy services for this summer here. And these are some of the things that you can expect from Rite Aid this summer. With a My Pharmacy account, at Rite Aid, you can refill your prescription, schedule a vaccine, get personalized care recommendations, sign up for prescription notifications. All you need to get started is a prescription at Rite Aid. Get started at riteaid.com/mypharmacy. Stop stressing over your prescriptions. Let Rite Aid refill them automatically. Enroll in automated courtesy refills. It's free, easy, and most prescriptions qualify. Talk with your Rite Aid pharmacist or sign up through your My Pharmacy account at riteaid.com. Restrictions may apply. Get your prescriptions at the same time with one-trip refills. Transfer your prescriptions to Rite Aid today. Go to riteaid.com/transfer. Rite Aid caring pharmacist, ready to answer your questions and help you stay healthy. Get your prescriptions along with anything at Rite Aid you may need, including over-the-counter medicines, household products, cosmetics, and much more. Just ask your pharmacy team for details. And of course, again, restrictions do apply. And with that, guys, listen, it is currently right now 10:38 in the morning here on the Anthony Gargano Show. We want to take a quick second to thanking everyone for tuning on in. Whether you're watching live on YouTube, listening on the podcast streaming sites, thank you so much for watching on YouTube. Hit that like button, subscribe. Once you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button. That'll let you know exactly when the Anthony Gargano Show is live. And of course, wherever you stream podcasts, Apple, Google, and Spotify, subscribe to the Anthony Gargano Show. And we would appreciate if you could leave a little rating once you subscribe there as well. Here's what's on the dock here at PHLY Sports. Following us at 12 p.m., PHLY Eagles will be going live. At 1 p.m., we have PHLY Flyers. At 2:30, we have the PHLY Sixers team. And then tonight, we already heard them from the bro. The PHLY Phillies team will be going live following the Phillies and Orioles game 1. Should be fun or may not be, but make sure you want to tune in there tonight. And then, of course, guys, we have fun events as always. Listen, if you had fun this past weekend at the watch party for the Phillies, definitely keep an eye out here, because on Wednesday, June 26th, it is the day of the NBA draft. We have PHLY Sixers live from the garage over in Fishtown, the Fishtown location. We have Coors Light specials. Devon, Kyle, and Derek will be live for the entire thing. Well, hopefully maybe we'll have a pick at 16, but you're going to have to find out on the 26th. So all that information of the events is on allphly.com/events. You find further information there. But that's what we got going on here at PHLY, guys.
I tell you, Sixers off season is going to be wild.
Yeah.
Next week's going to be pretty. It starts because the finals will be over, and the off season will start, and it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be wild.
Leading up to the draft.
Yeah.
It's going to be wild.
Hey, Jason in the chat, he says, you'll like this one. Dwight from This Boy's Life as a
Oh,
dad.
my God. I'll dry gulch you.
Yeah.
he was horrible. De Niro.
Yeah.
Dwight. Even the name Dwight.
That's tough.
Like,
yeah. He also mentioned Mike Keenan as a dad figure.
Oh,
Keenan's a
that's
good
great.
one.
Iron Mike.
Yeah.
Clean your room before you get a puck in the face.
Heard stories about the Keenan.
Man.
That's great. All right. This portion of the program brought to you by TrueMark Financial Credit Union. Check out the credit union difference at truemark.com/PHLY. All right. VG's Nugs. What do you got, buddy? VG.
Big night last night for Brad Marsh. Man, is this guy a draw? Did you see the crowd that came out to see him last night?
Wild.
They drew 8,400. I think it was a sellout last night. There was not a seat. Look at here's a view from behind home plate. There's not a seat to be had to come out and see Marshy last night.
Is it a bobblehead with
Look at
that?
They love the Marsh.
Yeah, he's like a little rock star, man.
Brandon Marsh. I love him too.
Yeah.
There's something about him that you do. You love him. Look
fun.
at that. That's a great scene.
Yeah.
Shouts to Reddit.
It was wild. They interviewed him post game.
Yeah, it was a good one too.
That's awesome.
They're like, oh, is it weird to be interviewed, not having to worry about Bowman stock coming out throwing seeds and water down your back? That's awesome. I'll tell you who's not on my list to trade for that A's package. He's untouchable. Our boy from Verona, Samuel Aldegeri. Hey, This guy threw 9 strikeouts and 6 innings last
He was
night.
dealing, cuz.
Over his last 54 innings, he's got 74 strikeouts with a .93 whip. Our boys fast tracking to be the first Italian-born player to play in the Major League Baseball.
Wow, that's wild.
Good for him.
Yeah.
That's wild, man. That's pretty cool.
Sam 8. Major League teams. In 1993, 0 teams as a collective unit hit under 240. This year, there's 15 teams
Oh my God.
so far hitting as a team below 240.
Wow.
Pretty
Wow.
wild.
Holy
Dude.
crap.
That's crazy.
From 1993 to 2009, there were 0. And then it slowly creeps up. But lately, as you know, it's swinging for home runs. It's double
Oh, my
digits.
God.
Launch angles and stuff.
That's wild.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. We know the Dodgers are loaded.
Mm-hmm.
There's one pitcher who has struck out Mookie Betts, Ohtani, and Freddie Freeman in succession. And he's done it twice.
Really?
David Robertson.
What?
Yo, I was gonna say Vinny Velasquez, but
He's
yeah,
done it
David
back-to-back
Robertson.
games.
Wow. He struck out those 3 in a row?
Yes, twice. Are you kidding me?
He
That
gives you
guy was
good
a
moments.
bum here.
Insane.
he gives you good
But
moments.
he
when
was
he gets
hurt.
hurt.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
he was a bum.
We traded for him twice.
I know. Oh my God, that's incredible. David Robertson. He was. He was.
He got paid a lot of money,
Crumb
too.
bum.
Yeah.
Remember he
Yeah,
got hurt on the
that word now.
celebration?
He wasn't a crumb bum.
No?
Well, no, because the crumb was part of it. He was just a bum. crumb bum is.
So it's like Ben Simmons crumb bum?
yes.
Okay.
He got
That-
hurt on a
that's good.
celebration.
Yeah, but he's a bum.
Not
He
J.O.
high-fived,
Crumb
like
bum's
Bryce
a J.O.
Harper.
Yeah,
You're
like,
right. You're
like,
right.
like a bum. You know, he's just a bum. Straight bum.
If you suck, you're just a bum. If you're a JO, you're a
You're
crumb bum.
correct.
All right.
That's the correct vernacular.
Yeah.
okay.
This nugget hurts. I don't even know if we're all
man.
ready for it. If you haven't seen it, Tom Thibodeau added to his roster of coaches
Mo.
Philly legend Mo Cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Oh, that's brutal.
Seeing him go to the enemy is painful.
And look, like Mo, look at his face. Mo's got a great face.
Remember when he
Like
helped
a
that
lovable
little
face.
girl sing the national anthem? He's just a nice guy.
Yeah. Maurice Cheeks
Now,
in New York.
I have to ask, since I was a kid during this, why didn't it work for him as a head coach?
I don't think he had the demeanor.
I think he's too nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he had the demeanor for it.
Yeah, he's not like a
He's
long,
a perfect assistant.
Yes.
You know?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially for Thibodeau, who's a J.O.
Exactly.
Mo
Somebody-
smoothed it over a little bit.
Yeah, like he was cool. Like Mo was one of the coolest.
Yeah.
Who was his assistant? Do you guys remember about that time?
I don't remember the
Nah,
staff.
nah.
Gotta get a hard ass if you're going to be that type of coach.
Yeah.
Chris Ford was probably one of them.
I think you're right.
You know?
He's a J.O.
Yes. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Chris Ford
The
was.
Celtic.
Yeah. Had that hate the face.
Total. He looked miserable all the time.
Yeah.
NFL Sunday Ticket. So the NFL's in some lawsuit with like a monopoly thing or whatever. So these documents are coming out. And DirecTV tried to make NFL Sunday Ticket available for the common person at $70 for the year. And NFL said no. They
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
do not want it readily accessible because they want to drive people to their TV partners on network TV and things such as that to raise advertising money and to make their TV contracts larger. So they did not want everyone to be able to get NFL Sunday Ticket in their houses.
That's insane.
Well, it makes sense though.
It does.
It makes
it's
sense.
a J.O. move if we're talking J.O.'s, but it makes sense for
but
them.
it's actually a brilliant business move.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to devalue your real product?
Yep.
I would shut it down before I would diminish my network money, because that's the real ticket.
It is. $70, I'm in.
$70
For the year? Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah.
You watch any game? Are you
Yes.
kidding me?
It's
Yep.
nothing.
Are you a red zone guy?
Love Red Zone.
Oh, big time red zone.
It's all right.
I know you are.
But
You are too, right? You're not? My man.
nothing better. If the Eagles are on a bye week, you get like 7
I get
hours
that.
of Red Zone right in that Sunday night
I like to
football.
watch the games.
Yeah.
Fantasy football as well. Red zone is perfect because you get to see all the scores and everything
Do you
like that.
try to anger him on purpose?
I mean, that's such a non-sportsman thing to say. It is.
talking about?
I knew it.
You're a non-sportsman.
What are you talking about? I love sports
But that's a non-sportsman thing to say.
because I play fantasy football.
No, we all play fantasy football. All right, but like that shouldn't be your number one. Reason.
And that's why I don't do fantasy football, because I need my Eagles, and I don't want to have to worry about what's this player doing in this game, what's this player doing in that game. I just want to watch the Eagles.
Like you get more out of watching a game.
Oh, I watched
than
the
just
Eagles
watch
game.
highlights.
I watched the full Eagles game, and then
I'm not
during the
talking about
commercials.
I'm not talking about the Eagles. I'm talking about any game.
He's talking about Bengals Chargers.
You watch the game.
I mean, yeah, if
That's a
there's
good
a good
matchup.
matchup, I'll definitely watch it.
That's why I would watch it, just for the matchup alone.
All right.
You can't watch every game.
Speaking of networks, can ESPN spend a little more money on their broadcast for hockey? They had. Have you watched the games?
Yeah,
Did you see the table that they jam these guys at?
How bad is this? I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
It's like 3 big human beings at this
Oh,
tiny
dude.
little table. How close are they?
Yeah.
You imagine
Come
us
on.
on that? Oh my god. Because would be
Like,
shoving us.
This set here is way nicer
Yes.
than what they're sitting at there.
Yeah. They're swashed in.
Yeah.
Did you see when Barkley came in?
Yeah. Yes.
They looked like
they're at
it was like, hey, got Charles, who's a monster.
kids'
right?
table.
Right. It was crazy.
the kids' table. Hey, speaking of what they do now, I actually like they do on ESPN. During intermission or halftime now, they give you the countdown.
Yeah. I love that.
Oh, that's great.
Because
I
I
love
used
that.
to always try and time stuff, and I'm
Yes.
always wrong.
I love the countdown.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
That's strong. Is it smart?
No, because I walk away. I just
Right.
pop in until I
Right.
don't watch the intermission show.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
I'm sure they know that, though. I'm sure they know a lot of people step away because that's your time to get you maybe snack, or a bathroom break.
Although
beer
by
run.
having the countdown, you're more apt to stay there to see the countdown, to come in and check. So you're leaving it on.
Yeah, for sure.
I leave it on. But like I'll run the dogs
Right.
out, take a quick leak.
Yeah.
Right, but
or-
the fact that you're leaving it on is
Yes.
quality.
Yeah.
what they
For
want.
them.
I can hear it. Go get some ice cream, throw
Yeah.
some rainbow jimmies on it. You know.
Not a rainbow, man. You got to go to chocolate Jimmy's.
I need a little more flavor.
I don't
I
like
went
the
straight
rainbow.
vanilla. I need the flavor of the rainbows.
Can you guys
The
clear?
vanilla and the rainbow don't go. The vanilla and the chocolate Jimmy's
I
go.
like vanilla and chocolate.
Is it all? I got a question. Is it all Jimmy's,
Yeah, where
or
I
is it
come
sprinkles?
Rainbow, the rainbow things are sprinkles.
Sprinkles, right? The rainbow
I
sprinkles.
call them all Jimmy's, but
They're all
Yeah.
Jimmy's.
Jimmy's is chocolate.
There's
chocolate
Yeah,
Jimmy's.
that's
sprinkles
what-
are like those hard crystal things. I think. Like remember those?
Yeah.
Hard
Like
crystal
Bobo Jimmy's?
things.
Yeah.
I love like going outside this area and then like pissing people off with like the things we say. Like go to like a ice cream shop up in North Jersey, call it like water ice or
Oh, man.
or Jimmy's, calling it pork roll instead of
What do
Italian.
they say? The Jimmy's.
They call them sprinkles.
Oh, they
too.
call them all sprinkles.
Yeah.
But they call the water ice Italian ice.
I know. All right.
And in Baltimore, it's shaved ice.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds
When I
weird.
lived down there, I would always say
Shaved ice.
I'd always say water ice, and they'd be like, "How can water be ice? It's like you can't have the two things in one."
Yeah.
That's
I
weird because
mean,
they also
they
eat
got a
hoagies
point.
too. Which is
Yeah,
weird.
sure.
Yeah, but it sounds cooler.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cannabis news. You know, I'm
Okay.
a big fan. California used to consume more cannabis than any other state as far as retail
Don't
purchases.
you dare tell me.
Michigan
Oh.
is now your leading purchaser of
Interesting.
legal cannabis.
I thought you were going to say New Jersey for a second.
No,
Really? Michigan?
Michigan. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
Ann Arbor, maybe. I don't know.
When will
I don't
PA
know.
be fully legal?
No, we got a lot of
Michigan.
conservatives here.
What's the top? Did you get the top three, or just number
No,
one?
I didn't dig into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Michigan.
Let me see what you think of these. New chips out, I think, from hers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
These look great.
Some hot Stromboli chips.
Wow. What?
And I got to say, this is broad. I
Great.
saw this. This is one of my favorite follows on Twitter. Stoner Philly fan.
Yeah, he's good.
And if anyone's going to have snacks on the news on this feed, it's Stoner Philly
I
fan.
love it, Stoner Philly. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm dying now. I think I'll try
wanna
it.
ta- I
This
wanna
weekend. I'll try and find a bag and bring them in.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I'm down with the hot Stromboli chips.
I love a Stromboli.
Stromboli's the
Love
best.
Stromboli.
Yeah.
But now there's two things
Here
about
we
the
go.
Stromboli.
I was
Well,
going to ask.
Inside or outside sauce?
Okay, well that's also
All right.
part of it. But the hard crust or the pizza dough crust. There's the bread Stromboli or the pizza dough Stromboli.
Yep.
Right? Pizza shops make a Stromboli with the pizza dough, which makes the dough soft. The bread, like the bakeries,
Like the
make the
crunch.
Stromboli with the bread dough, and it's a true pepperoni bread.
You like your jaw to hurt after eating it.
Yeah, well, that's how Stromboli was really meant to be eaten.
I think I've
I'm
ever
a
had
soft
it that
pizza
way.
shop guy.
Are you?
I am.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Then you go with gravy and the sauce
Love
inside.
it. You just want to cut it open and have grease and sauce and cheese ooze
Oh,
out
yeah,
of it.
man.
Yeah.
I like the sauce inside
See,
too.
I'm more of a Panzerotti or Stromboli guy. I
Love
like
a
the
Panzer.
Panzer.
Yeah, good pain.
What
Same
about
family.
a
I like that.
what about a calzone?
Well, the calzone
got
is
the
baked,
ricotta.
Yeah.
and it's got ricotta inside.
Is that real though? Is that just like an American thing? The calzone.
No, that's real.
okay.
No, they do,
All right, I
no,
wanted to
that's
see
real.
your opinion on that.
I don't like the ricotta in it. I prefer a straight Panzerotti. Panzerotti has the mozzarella
Oh yeah, love it.
and the sauce inside.
Now I'm hungry because
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
starving.
you're hungry. Good.
Starving.
Because we got a little Wendy or Arby's. My bad. Arby's is doing a little special thing for Father's Day. They got some new burger limited to 3 lucky people will get this in a drawing. It's a it's a burger patty with a graphite.
guys love coming at my Arby's. Look at that.
So they're giving away 3 of these burger drivers.
That's awesome.
Yo, the
weekend.
bros gotta get in on that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's screaming the bro.
That's
The
that's
face
stone
of that
bro.
driver is like a wall.
That's a stone bro thing.
Yeah.
I like that.
Get on that, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know the Phillies bullpen does this. Do you see this? They throw their hats.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
All right. So we'll skip that. So, all right. Finally, I'll give a shout out to Pops. He made the cover. So back in the day, there were 4 daily newspapers in town, right?
The Bulletin, the Daily News, the Inquirer, and the Journal.
Yeah. 2 would come in the morning and 2 would come at like noon,
Yeah,
right?
the Evening Bulletin was at night.
Oh, that was night.
Yeah. You had the Morning Inquirer
Yep.
and the Journal and the
Daily
and the
News
Dailies
was
were
like
afternoon.
lunchtime, yeah. So this is Pop, the VG in the middle, bringing out an injured fireman out of a fire. But I just love what's around it. I was looking at it last night. The
That's
Bulls.
awesome. It's your father to cover the paper.
Yeah, man. The Bulls' 20th trips the Expos, but in the top right corner, this is the Flyers had just hired Bob McCammon.
Wow.
Wow.
And they have 5 pages on the Flyers' new coach.
Why was it such a big deal for 5 pages?
That's what sports was back then. It was
you
like a
have no
40
idea
pages of
how
sports coverage.
awesome sports coverage was.
The entire section might be 5 pages now.
Yeah. No, it was like, this is my goal to bring it back somehow, right? Like, we're in our infancy here at PHLY, but I want to bring this back where you cover a story in that way. Like, that was no joke. 5 pages
On Bob McCammon.
on a coach, a new Flyers coach.
I'm in, but like I'm just trying to figure. So like, what would you break down? Like his coaching history, his
First of all,
background.
there are a million things. You have the main story, which is the hire of him. His background. You talk to all his former players and where he was, home, the whole thing. You talk to the current players about what they're saying. Like, you just go on, and you just give you all the what it means for the X and O's. They're going to new system.
I like that.
Was it like following Freddie Shiro's footsteps?
Yeah. Like, and well, they called it sidebars, right? Like, you had a main story. You would have a column, which is an opinion piece that would tell you whether or not it was good or not. Like, it was a great hire. It's a great hire. It sucks or whatever. And then you would have sidebars, like all these little side pieces that go with it. And then you got 5 pages of coverage.
I like
Wow.
There was nothing like it.
Nothing.
Nothing like
You
it,
could
man.
spend an hour reading the sports section
it
of
was
any paper.
It was the greatest. I still don't know why. Like, we can make that happen digitally. I got to believe people would still want that kind of sports coverage.
So I love that stuff.
Maybe you wouldn't want 5,000 word pieces like I like to write,
Right.
but you would still want comprehensive sports coverage.
the problem is today the attention span, especially like the younger generations.
But we love sports here.
Oh, I agree.
I think we have the attention
Hear you
span
say it.
for it.
Everyone's just so busy running around
I
these
know.
days, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, one more quick thing. Little League Diamond graphic came up, and I think we can all relate to this in some way about what position they put kids in.
You have no idea how true this is.
So I was the tallest player. I was at first base a lot. Can't make the throw from short as the second baseman.
Wow, this is
Best
so
glove
funny.
is shortstop. Throws wild as the third baseman. Always sweaty kid as the catcher. Positive attitude kid is right field. Really fast center field, and the nicest kids in left field.
Wait. And the coach's kid pitching.
Kid is pitching. Yes.
So I was
So the
catcher.
coach's kid is either a pitcher or shortstop.
Yes. Yes.
I was
Always.
catcher in right field. So there you go.
I was center field and pitched.
He does have positive attitude.
I totally love it. I love that. That is so good. Send it to me so I can send it to
Yeah.
to the dads. On
This
the
is
team.
good, VJ.
That's great stuff.